Diskaya, Duterte's #1 contractor. 12.3 billion pesos worth of projects. But it's the people who paid the price with floods, traffic, and unfinished projects. Who were they really serving? Let's dive into this betrayal. Build, build, build. Rodrigo Duterte's flagship project. Highways, bridges, flood control, airports, infrastructure promises that were supposed to change the lives of Filipinos. But the reality? A mega scandal. People recall that the Diskaya family's company secured contracts worth 12.3 billion pesos in just 2016 to 2017. And the painful part? They still bagged projects even after facing issues with questionable tax documents. If a contractor with tax problems could still get through, can the public infrastructure system really be trusted? Who's protecting them? St. Gerrard, the Diskaya family's company, was among the top 10 contractors dominating DPWH projects worth tens of billions. Build, 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 turned into build, build, billions. People's taxes should have built safe bridges, reliable roads, and real flood protection. Instead, they got substandard projects that only worsened traffic and flooding. Frustration boiled over. Citizens said flood control projects didn't just fail, they betrayed them. This was more than disappointment. It was anger. The people are tired. They ask, why are we the ones drowning while cronies swim in billions? And it wasn't just during Duterte's term. When the next administration came in, their power only grew stronger. In the past 3 years, Sara and Pacifico Curly Diskaya were said to have landed flood control projects worth 31 billion pesos. The public even dubbed them the king and queen of flood control. But if they truly are the so-called king and queen of flood control, why are ordinary Filipinos still left drowning in floods? The people feel betrayed because the crown of wealth and privilege was built on their suffering. Small protests and rallies started erupting in different areas. Chants of, sobra na, tama na, panagutin, echoed outside government offices. Outrage is no longer hidden. It's in the streets. The Diskaya case shows a classic pattern. Contractors like them survived in the Duterte years. The secret? Political patronage. Their closeness to those in power. When integrity and competence lose to political connections, it's the people who suffer. Public money becomes the jackpot of cronies. Many say these contractors survived not because of quality work, but because of padrinos. Even when suspended, even with fake documents, projects still pushed through. That's betrayal. This is why people are furious. Build, build, build didn't just fail. It mocked the Filipino taxpayer. For the public, it wasn't build, build, build anymore. It was betray, betray, betray. Duterte called build, build, build his legacy. But if that legacy is floods, traffic, and abandoned projects, is that a legacy or a curse? The people have spoken. Contract records, abandoned projects, worsening floods, all point to a systemic pattern of corruption. The question now, will there be justice for the people? Will those behind this be held accountable? If this happened before, how do we make sure it doesn't happen again? Accountability doesn't end with exposure. Accountability begins when we demand justice. Diskaya exposed, billions lost. The question, are we just going to let this pass? Or is it time to demand accountability? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should those behind this scandal be held responsible? And don't forget to stay tuned for the next #Janine because there are still more truths we need to uncover.